My name's Tim and this is my marine tank. I'll show you a couple shots I took, some time lapses of the corals opening, maybe a little bit of advice. Feel free to ask any questions if you want any advice. I used to work in a fish shop for about nearly 2 years. I mean, I don't really want to do that anymore. Do that as a job. Don't ask too many questions, but yeah, feel free. Mine is no means perfect, but it worked. And in it, I have 2 clownfish, a pair of clownfish. I got some zoanthids here, and then I got some mushrooms, and then again a couple little frags around there. They're not doing too well, but I put them in the low light to hope they sort of recover, as it were. You can immediately see that one side of the tank is green and one is pretty clear. And basically what I've done is I've put all my corals on this left side and then the light on the right, and basically algae will grow on that side and not smother the corals, which I know some people mess around with their chemicals, blah blah blah. I keep it pretty natural, and that's food for other invertebrates. I got some cleanup crew. I got a conch as well there, and I've got somewhere a money cowrie. I wanted to get some turbo snails as well, but they didn't have them last time I was in my local reef shop. I've had it for, I'm gonna say nearly 2, I want to say 2 years, maybe in between a year and 2 years. I really, I can't remember. I found, for example, these were closing up, and they're still a bit closed now, but they're doing a lot better than they were. I judge my tank by eye. That probably sounds really bad, but when you've been doing it a while, you can kind of just tell when things aren't happy. And most of it is just changing the water, to be honest, to rectify most things, changing the water. You usually have the light on a timer, but again, I've noticed my corals need a bit more light, so I've been doing it manually lately. Most people would clear this out again, the algae, but this is what the tank looks like naturally. I've cleaned the glass, and honestly, the algae stays to that one side. The tank itself is about 113 litres if you were to fill it right up. But it's realistically, with the amount of rock, substrate, and everything in it, and the way it's filtered there, it's about 75 litres, maybe 80, actually, of water. So you find you get one of these nano systems, save 30 litres, which again you wouldn't really probably want to put fish in, but by the time you've put rock and everything in, you've got hardly any water. So yeah, realistically about 75, let's call it. And then having a canister adds a little bit of water volume. But I started marine tank in the first place because, well, I used to do scuba diving. I haven't been for a while. I used to live in Cornwall, dive quite frequently, and now I live more inland. I don't have access to that really. So it was basically my way of getting a slice of the ocean at home. And especially on rainy grey days like today, I can take some time lapses inside of corals. I have mates who travel the world to take pictures of corals and stuff, and I can do it from home.